Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sefeo
Hello.
podcast. It's me, Noviana. I'll be your host for today's episode. And yeah, of course, right now I also have a special guest over there. So it's Hakim. Hi, Hakim. How are you?
Hello, Ka, and thank you for inviting me for these sessions, and I'm totally fine.
Cool. So, Hakim, today we'll be talking about self love. Have you known about it? Yeah.
Well, I think I know a bit, but also the other form of love also know. If you want to know about the others.
Okay, but before we start talking about it, could you please tell your listener a little bit about yourself, please?
Okay, first of all, hi everyone. My name is Hakim Ismail. I'm currently still a final grade, okay, a final grade of the within the Lampung students at PBI, and I love to do English conversations a bit. I'm from Lampung, and if you get us somehow and at the Bandar Lampung on the moment, you guys can call me if you want to, and let's just meet.
Cool. I'll be good to you. I will go to your place, and I hope we could meet. And so, yeah, let's go to the topic. Let's go to the topic about self love. Are you ready?
Yes, no problem.
So, first thing I want to ask you is, what is self love according to you? How do you define it?
If you asking me about my definitions about self-love,
Mhm.
then I think it's gonna be a bit narcissistic and a bit like self-centristic. But for me, it's just how the way we are able to value or and identify how can I say this again? Oh yeah, how actually important we are, and we find a reasons why we should at least be more strive just for ourselves, which just sounds like kinda egoistic, but that's at least the most and logical kind of forms in self-love, in my opinion.
Oh, so self love, in your opinion, is like uh, realizing that you are important, that yourself is important. Is that like that? Is it like that?
Yes, sort of. And when we are understand what we are true potential, that's what is the self-love, in my opinion.
Ah, yeah, cool. So it is like, how do you understand yourself? You know what do you want, and you know better about yourself, right?
Exactly.
Wow,
Yep,
that's
exactly.
cool. So the next question is self love necessary? Is it important for everyone, for oneself or something? Is it important or not? And why?
If I could make an example, like a little bit, I kind of forgot the word in English, but I guess it's like the example or kind of the form of the major or something like that.
Mhm.
Then if the word is like the jungle or the field where we are going to venture, then the self love is like the weapon that we use for the self defense. It is what we are currently going to rely on. Like if you have a great self love, then you will automatically be able to face this world, because no matter what kind of trial and hardship that you're gonna face, as long as you believe in yourself, then
Mhm.
everything is gonna be safe and sound.
Wow, awesome. So believing yourself is also a part of self love, right?
Exactly. Yes. It's our main part of being self love.
Yeah, I love when you say that self love is like a weapon when you go to adventure. That's cool. And yeah, so do you love yourself? How do you know that you love yourself?
This is maybe kind of awkward to be discussed because it sounds like so narcissistic that we are
No, I don't
thinking of
think so.
what. Okay, maybe you are, but maybe there are also a lot of people who thinking like that, which is
Oh,
actually they are not hating themselves, but it's just too weird to be thinking like that, because
okay.
affections are supposed to be shared. But if you ask me if I have this kind of form of self love, then the
Yeah.
only answer that I can give is that I do understand how far that I can go, my potential, and what kind of me that I could use in order to face any kind of situations. So I guess I do really know about myself and really know how to optimally use myself, which is kinda in the category of being understand ourselves, which is making us known about ourselves.
So the answer is you know that you love yourself, that you already
Yes,
applied the self love itself in yourself. Well,
yes, yes, and
cool.
use it properly, I guess.
Yeah, it's a must. So, how do you learn it? How do you learn to love yourself?
I think it's gonna be tips for the others too, right? Not just for three
Mhm.
of us, like for the
Yeah,
listener.
yeah.
Okay.
So, mm-mm. Yeah, it's like, could you tell me a little bit about your self love journey? How do you love yourself, and telling us about the journey of it?
Okay, for all of you guys who are currently right now still looking for your own self, which is kind of still lost in the mist or just still wandering against the darkness to understand yourself, my advice is spend more time with yourself, enjoy anything that you like, and don't listen to any kind of uh, feedback or some kind of opinion that people give to you, because it's people. They do not. They sometimes just know you a little bit, and who are totally understanding about yourself. It's only you, right? And because it's only you that understand, you're the one who are known, which is what is the best for you. And if you have chosen that something is best for me, something is gonna be good for me, it's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be like my hack roll and roll time, whether it's weird or some kind of lame, unfunny, or just like seems too plain and pseudo to the other people. As long as you enjoy it, then you enjoy it. And by just believing on what you took is true and by what you think is gonna be fun, eventually just anything that you think is gonna be suit for you, then you will be eventually find yourself on there. So just believe in yourself. Find yourself. Just do whatever you think is good for you, and keep finding. Happy hunting, guys.
Wow, so inspiring. I get motivated a lot. So that's a cool one. Uh, and another question. You tell me about taking care of ourselves, right? So, what about the ways to show love to yourself? What ways do you do to show that you love yourself? Because you say that you understand yourself, you know your potential or such thing. How do you apply that? How do you show it that, yeah, I know my potential and I will do this to show that I respect myself, to show that I love myself. I will use all my potential for things that, like, blah blah blah, like that.
Okay, so Mbak Novia, before I'm answering, can I also give you several questions first?
Oh, sure.
Okay,
I've been waiting
so
for that.
do you, are you currently still on a college student or are you working?
I've graduated 3 years ago. Now I'm working.
I'm working on.
I'm working in a company as an admin.
Okay, did you at first when you are enrolling to become admin, did you think it's gonna be like a fun time for you to become admin?
At first, it wasn't fun at all because sometimes when I apply a job, I was like, yeah, I do this because I want to get money. But after that, I enjoy it because that's what makes me like that's that's the job that makes me earn money, and money makes me happy. So yeah, I love it.
Okay, I see. So similar satisfactions, right?
Yeah,
So
I
you
could
didn't quit.
use.
Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. Continue
Go on.
first. No, no,
No,
you
I mean,
first. It's going to be completed first because it's gonna be the answer after you're completing your words.
oh my god, I forgot what I said. So
Sorry
I
about that.
said because when I earn money, I can use that money to take care of myself, and that's a part of self love. That's it.
Exactly. That's what I mean when you are trying to express your self-love. You enjoy it. You just like
Mm-hmm.
earn satisfaction from it. If you just didn't find any kind of happiness or satisfaction of doing things, but you just keep pushing it, right? You just try to be stuck on there and just try to be in there with any kind of circumstances or reasons that you
Mm-hmm.
have to. As long as you don't love it, then it's not a self love. But
Yeah.
if you love to doing that and just keep doing that in order to gain this kind of satisfactions and the feeling of happiness, it's already the form of showing our true love, our true self love, because it's
Yeah.
something we enjoy at the end of the day, and doing what we enjoy is also the part of that. Being, you know, how can I say this again? In the perfect world, oh yeah, being the one who only understand how to entertain ourselves.
Right. So, by listening to all your statement about self-love, I think you define self-love as the source of happiness. Is it like? Is it? Do you do you really think that self-love is the source of happiness? Is it really? What does it say? Is it really ensure or improve or gives you happiness? Is self-love is only about happiness or something like that?
I mean, it's kind of obvious that there's a happiness in love, right? Whether it is in
Mm-hmm.
love with our partner, with our parents, with our families, even with our God, the relationship of that, it must be based on happiness, right? We're happy with them. We're happy and we're comfortable with them. And after we are happy and comfortable, we're gonna be in love with this kind of activities, right? So, yep, it's just all
Okay.
about the happiness first that will eventually lead into the love.
Oh, cool. Okay, so let's move to another question. Maybe this is gonna be the last one, or you want more? So
Don't
the question
worry. I
is,
mean,
mm-hmm,
don't
mm-hmm,
worry, I'm just
go on. Yeah.
well. If you ask me if I want another or not, then I guess it just depend on how the hosts are gonna be bring this kind of game. But as long as you guys still need some kind of advice or something to discuss, then I'm gonna be open up my doors to this kind of discussions.
Wow. I guess you're a poet. Uh, the last question is self-love same like selfish? Because at first you say that by like I'll listen to your statement, you say that, oh, if I say that I love myself, maybe it sounds like I'm narcissistic or something. So is self-love same like selfish or not according to your opinion?
To define what is the meaning of selfish and the self-love, we have to understand first the outcome that will come from this kind of activity. If it's about selfish, which is selfish is just centering about in ourselves, which is had no benefit towards the others. It's just like for our happiness, for our things, and for our how can I say this again? It's just for satisfying the only persons that we want to enjoy and having kind of happiness, which is ourselves. That is kind of form about what is the word again? Selfish. Yes,
Yeah.
selfish. This is the kind of selfish that actually exists. Okay, so I guess that's kind of sorry. I think that word is kind of not match or kind of not in the rhyme. So I guess it's gonna be like this. If it's selfish, then the only persons that will experience the happiness of this kind of activity is only one person, which is
Mm-hmm.
ourselves. But if it's about self-love, the only persons that going to have the benefit for this kind of activity is the people around you.
Okay, I got
Did
it.
you? Oh, you got it because it's not finished
Yeah.
yet.
Continue. Okay, go on.
Yeah. I thought that you're gonna be like have a little wonder about that because how can we could make the other people happy just because we are happy?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thinking about that before?
Yeah, I think about it.
So okay, I want to hear your opinion about that, but okay, let me finish it first. Later after this,
Sure.
I also want to hear your opinion about that. Okay, so there is an old saying that if we want to make the other people happy, then we should finish with ourselves first. Which just mean that we have to control our happiness first. We have to know whether when is the right time for the happiness is to come out, and when it's time to not to use that not to show this kind of happiness towards the other. Because it's have a connection with affections, and the form of self affections is also going to be influential towards others. In essence, if we already have a self control about satisfying ourselves, like about loving in our soul body, it means that we could also understand and helping the other people who are currently still in struggle to find them, because we are totally understand about it, and we are now how to deal kind of things. We also can influence the other to do the same thing like us, which is resulting into what I'm saying before. It's going to be influential and make the other people happy too. So once you have found yourself, once you understand about yourself, please share to the other people. There are a lot of people who are currently still lost and still try to finding themselves against the darkness of this bizarre world, I say. So keep finding, guys, and don't forget to help the others.
You're such a great motivator. Okay. I'm gonna give you a
Thank
set
you.
applause. So, what do you want to ask me?
Hmm.
Is it
Maybe this
about?
is
Mm-hmm,
kind of sentimental, maybe, but okay.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to ask this. When you are choose to entering a specific major of the college or entering your specific kind of job, are you just being satisfied with this kind of options, or you just think it as the stepping stone, to reach your own desire and goals? If it's allowed to be discussing in here.
First, about the college. When I went to college, and after I finish it, I feel satisfied because I choose that since the in the first since in the first time. So I feel satisfied because I did my best at my college year. And about the job, wait, and honestly, I'm not like, sometimes I feel like, oh, I feel happy with this job, sometimes not, because sometimes it's normal. Job is not something that is always fine, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And by the self love itself, like, I define self love as like accepting myself completely, treat myself better. So when I face a situation that is not like my expectation, I will try to. It's okay. You'll be good. You can go through it. You can just face it. You'll be okay. Just try to enjoy it, even if sometimes it makes you feel bad or something. So yeah, that's it. And at the end of the day, after I finally go through it, I'll be feel like, yeah, I'm satisfied with myself, and I'm proud of myself because I can do this. That's it.
Okay, so sorry, but for the current job, it's like the way for you to achieve your true dreams. If we can conclude it.
It's hard to talk about dreams because sometimes we don't always get what we dream.
Okay, you got the point on there. And guys, to everyone who's still listening to there, or the people who are going to listen, you just heard about the way we could cope and try to understand about with how to understand about the situations that we are going to face. Sometimes it's gonna be hard, but just like what Mbak Novi said before, just convince yourself it's gonna be just fine. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be okay. And for all of you guys who are currently still searching for the self-love. I know maybe a lot of you already throw off all of your old dreams or sort of like that, but believe me, when you just like hopeless or just losing all of your ways, you have no other plans, to reach your dream. Believe me, just do whatever just do whatever you do right now is the best, because this kind of path, this kind of way will eventually appear again. But just never forget about it. You may lose it, you may kind of out of mind how to reach that, but just never forget about your own dreams, because eventually a new path just going to be emerge from this kind of darkness of the life.
Amazing. So that's, I think the listener already got a lot of motivation from you. And the last one, this is gonna be the last one. Please,
Okay.
do you have any message, like maybe a quotes about self love to your listener? A short one, probably, as our closing
Short
statement.
one.
Mm-mm.
Short one. Okay. I think I'm taking from kind of series that I ever watched, which is kind of the quote that I'm still using until today. Okay.
What is that?
This is gonna be weird, but here is it. Never believe in me who are just believe in yourself. And also never believe in you who are don't never believe in you who are believe in me. Sorry, let me rephrase it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You don't have to believe in me who are believe in you. You also don't have to believe in me who are currently believe in you. Because I'm believe in you who believe in yourself.
Okay, that's the message for everyone out there. And that means it's the end of our podcast. So thank you so much for being here, Hakim. And thank you so much to all listeners out there. Thank you for listening to us. I hope today's topic could motivate people out there to love themselves or to know how to love themselves. And yeah, see you guys on the next Sefeo podcast episode. Bye bye.
See you guys and thank you.